Believe it or not, school starts for some students in just 2 weeks. Last week, football players started practicing, and today, the other fall sports start. So we just want to make sure that you are ready.
So this morning, we are kicking off a month of back-to-school coverage, and we begin by looking at what schools are doing to protect student athletes from concussions, a big concern for parents of athletes. Kristen, you just finished a story about some new research that's being used.
Yes.
It's really fascinating.
It really is, and I even got to kind of check it out myself, and I'll show you in a little bit. But, you know, the Cleveland Clinic is behind this. So besides, you know, the research for this new technology, like doctors and coaches can do it, it's just huge. But the most, really, the person who's going to benefit for the most are those students. So check out my story. Football and soccer players at Brunswick High are in school before classes have even started.
NRCHD.
They're taking a 15-minute test. It's short, but it covers quite a bit, and the results are impressive.
Now we will do the one-legged stance, okay?
They show you how your brain works before a concussion.
So if they do have a concussion, we can see where they've changed or how they've changed in these various domains of function.
The before and after, if you will. Dr. Jay Alberts with the Cleveland Clinic created the baseline quiz. It's an app called C3, or Cleveland Clinic Concussion App. Developed last spring, it checks your brain function, things like reaction time and your memory.
Difficulty concentrating.
Even your balance is tested.
We'll put this around you again.
You see the iPad here detects motion. I got a chance to check that one out.
Perfect. Arms on your hips and eyes closed, okay?
And it's definitely not as easy as you might think. So now, with this data stored, if a student suffers a head injury, doctors have something to fall back on.
My doctors weren't sure what it was at first, and then I did CAT scan, tests like that, and this could help solidifying that, hey, you had a concussion.
Because concussions seem to be quite the norm in their athletic circles.
Anything can happen. It's just a high school sport.
Now, back out live here. This is going to be a widespread method used locally in contact sports. The Cleveland Clinic, a concussion center, was scheduled to go to 56 high schools in Northeast Ohio and 3 colleges to test the athletes. So this is really something that they're super serious about. I mean, we're talking a bunch of different schools, high schools, colleges. I mean, this is what they're doing now. It's all technology, guys.
So it kind of creates a baseline almost.
Right. So they have something to compare. And as you saw in that video, I mean, it's difficult, you know, but I passed, of course, obviously.
Sure you did.
I'm like, anyways.
I want to see the results. Hand them over.
Those aren't available right now, so.
Fascinating stuff, though.
It's really cool, though.
Because people, seeing is believing, right?
Right. And, you know, just neat that they're using that new technology already on the field. How cool is that?
It's great.
Protecting our kids.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Kristen.
No problem.
Thank you, Kristen. And we invite you to stay with News Channel 5 for back-to-school coverage. Have you been worried about your young athlete playing nonstop? I mean, practically year-round with very little downtime? Yeah, that's what a lot of them are doing these days. And the question is, what is this doing to their bodies? Well, today, during Live on 5, we will show you how to protect your children from those sports injuries.